Hey, what's happening? Um, I want to talk about Judith Polgar. Judith Polgar is one of the craziest attacking players of all time, but she can also grind you down. She has some amazing technique. First time I saw her was she was a child. She came to the New York Open, and she was giving strong players odds. 5-1, 5-2 to Masters. I don't know, with a teddy bear on the table. That's depressing. You get beat by a child with a teddy bear at the table, and then I played her sister quite a bit, Susan. I wouldn't say too many times, but I don't know. Maybe I played some blitz with her a few times, and I bumped into them in Vienna, 1996. Korchnoi. I had a long conversation with Korchnoi, and I hit it off. We talked for 2 hours with Petra in Vienna. That was an amazing trip. Karpov played a masterpiece against Kramnik there. If you haven't seen Vienna, maybe I'll show that game. Vienna 96. Anyway, yeah, Judith, just incredible. So check this technical game out. Where it says all been done a million times. The C3 D3 business. That's not how Fischer would like to do it, but they, can take it slow. Well, I think the bishop's not supposed to be out here. Am I wrong? Don't the old manuals say the bishop's not supposed to go to G4? I'm pretty sure they do. I guess maybe we'll find out why when you're giving the bishop away. I don't know how Kasparov would feel about that. Or Judith. So, getting some expansion, 2 bishops, center squares, knight d5 is coming. I don't know. Looks pretty comfortable for white. That's strong. That's another point. That's like a key point of b4. You get to put the bishop back on the big diagonal. And well, she just goes for this endgame. Why not? Space, 2 bishops. Knights don't have too many squares to jump around. And she's got space. That's a nice move too. Oh, h4, right? Come back, no trades. Can't do, there's no expansion anywhere. Right? Knight on e6 is weak. Take the squares away. Patience. More space. Uh-oh, X-ray. Covering all the squares. Oh man, here it comes. The e5 is weak. That king is at the end of the rainbow. Take 2 bishops. Open position. Space advance. Not pleasant. This is a nice move. Let's give you. You might think giving this square is, but it's very important. You just take the square away from the knight on g8. It's gonna have a headache. King's going to g3. Gotta play c6. All the pawns are on white squares. I'm gonna trade all the pieces and play bishop c8. Take. I mean, it's all perfect. Take. Look at this. You don't get to come in, The squares are covered. It's kind of a little counterintuitive, but it's all perfect because the bishop is just so much better than the knight. You can't trade. And then, it's kind of zugzwang. This king is going to come back. I mean, there's nothing you can do. Bishop f5 is coming. I don't know. But why is she? Well, it seems like trading the rook. Do you have to trade the rook? It seems like suicide. Because you have no squares. Like, the rooks are gone, just to illustrate. How are you going to stop this from happening? You know, e6 is coming, right? And then you're going to wiggle into the e5 square. And king comes down to c7, it's over. You sort of don't have any way to stop this thing. It's going to be zugzwang. You go e6 and then g6, right? So imagine the king's on g7, you go e6 takes g6. I mean, well, takes king into e5, and then comes g6. What to do? Yeah. Oh my God, you have to play here, because if you take it, it's just. What am I doing there? Do I just go back? You can just take it and come back. Bishop d7, king here. Whenever that moves away, it's just king f4. Check, king here, king here. Wait. Resigns. So the king is just coming in, right? Every time you threaten king e7, he has to go king f8 and then king f6, right? You move the bishop away, so there's no checks on d5 or e4. The king goes to f6. Knight goes on f2. Bishop f3. Be careful when your king is on f6, king f8, and he tries to go knight f2 to go knight g4, and you go bishop f3. He plays knight takes anyways, because if you take, it's stalemate, right? You'll have your pawn on g6, king on f6, but not bishop takes knight. You're just king e6, and then where's the knight going? Can't go anywhere. And then g6, g7 mate. Something like that. Hallucinating a bit. But you get the point, right? It's just, so the question is, do we need more CBD? No, I gotta be like, why you gotta take that? Just don't do that. You got no squares to put the rook. There's nowhere to put the rook. It's a frozen rook and a frozen knight. Knight g6, no. Let's just see knight e6, knight g6. Right, just for love. It's gonna be cold busted. You see this? Oh my God! There's even that there. There's even that move. Which is even worse. I didn't even think of this one. You just come and plop it here. He's just got no moves. Although I guess the point is that, like, you can't put this anywhere. If you put it here, I guess the bishop comes on. Oh, the rook goes to f6 and then bishop f5. Oh, this is even worse than I thought. You go here. You just plop it in. Bam. I mean, coming around the mountain. Damn, that's painful. I wouldn't want to see that on the board. I'd just be out of the I'd be out of the chair already when I saw this position. I would have got out of there, been at the pub. That was another nice thing about Vienna in '96. It was a big festival, and so I was 3-0, and I had played some nice games, and I was winning in game 4, and then I just straight blundered. I was playing a beautiful game against a good 2350 player or something, and in one move, the whole thing fell to pieces. One dumb move. But how cool was this game? How cool was this game? Classy. Classy. She's a classy player. All I can say. Look at these moves. Took all the correct pieces. I mean, this is not what happened in the game, but it doesn't matter anymore. Okay, next case.